everyone. So hopefully at this point in time you have listened to the recordings of me going over the class, the course overview recording, as well as meet your instructor recording. So what you were listening to now, of course, is the McGrawHill video, and you're maybe thinking, okay, well, I want to get into the textbook. The textbook is a very important aspect of this class. Okay, so how do I get there? So the best thing to do here would be go ahead and click on Module 1, okay, where we find our textbook assignments, right? So we have a smart book assignment, that's certainly part of the textbook, virtual labs, chapter quizzes, all part of the textbook, as well as those unit exams, okay? But if we just go here and click on smart book assignments, you click on that, chapter 1, an introduction to biology, and that's going to then take you over to the book. Okay, now understand this about the book, okay? You have already paid for it, so your tuition and your course fees covers it. That's true of the lab kit as well, so you don't have to pay for anything. So please don't do that. If for whatever reason it asks you to pay for something, let me know right away, because that's definitely not going to be the case. Okay. But this should take you, if I'm not going to click on it, but this should take you to the book, and it should be instant access. Okay, the fact that you're enrolled in this class, that you don't have to do anything. It might ask you for a code. Okay, and if it does, then that code should have been sent to you in your email, your .edu email, whatever campus you're on, whether that be MCC. So if you're an MCC student, it'd be your at mcc.edu email address. Okay, so if it does ask you for a code, you'll find that code in your email. Okay. If it doesn't, then great, seamless, okay? And so what's going to happen then is hopefully you land, okay, somewhere on a page. It probably won't be this page, okay? If you click on that smart book assignment here, chapter 1, introduction to biology, it probably lands you, let me get there, right here, okay? Now I've already started this assignment. Okay, and we'll look at one that I haven't started, but I have already started it, so it's saying this is your time remaining, so you can come back and redo it. Okay, these are the concepts that I have covered, but I've still got 10 more concepts that I need to cover. This is my due date. Okay, and so this is a smart book assignment. Okay, now let me go ahead, if you land here, let me go ahead and just exit the assignment. Okay, and let's just bring you to this front page. Okay, so this is the front page. And in the front page of the book, you'll see all these assignments. Okay, these are not categorized as modules. Okay, so these would be the exams, everything that we have to do with the exam. Don't worry about that. I'll make announcements about that later. But then we have all the module stuff, right? So module 1, smart book assignments, quizzes, virtual lab. Module 2, module 3, right? Again, look at the smart book, quizzes, virtual labs. Smart book, quizzes, virtual labs, right? You get the idea. I didn't quite do it in the right order there. Smart book quizzes. Some of them don't have virtual labs. Okay, but anyway, you get all the way down to module 8 here. Okay, so that's what you're going to see, and of course you're going to be working through these throughout the semester. Okay, now let me go ahead and show you a couple of things before we get into the assignments. Okay, and that is that if you wanted to read the book, okay. Then you can come over here, it says read, and you can click on this, and I'm not sure where this is going to land me because they don't, okay, yeah, so it landed right here. I'm at 1.6, I'm on page 19. It'll probably land you, when you first click on it, probably going to land you right here, right? So, it'll talk about sharpen, we'll get to sharpen here a little bit, but, and then you're going to like, okay, well, okay, there's and that's a nice looking fox, and then oh, that's not stuff I want, and so I just want to go on, right? And finally I'm going to get to chapter 1, and that's where I want to be. Okay, there we go. Okay, awesome. So now I'm on chapter 1. Now if I leave this, okay, so I can just go. Where is it? Oh no, that's the last page. Oh, I know why. It opened up a new tab. So if I look at this, so when I clicked on it from here, it opened up a new tab. So I can just go back to this tab. Okay, so I can close this, come back to this, and I'll click on it again, open up a new tab, and there it is. So I'm on the page that I left. Okay, now you can read through this, right? So you just read, and I just want to show you this, a couple of things here in the reading. Let's say, okay, I don't understand this, or I understand this, I like this, so I want to make a note though And so I'm going to go and click on this and, quick annotation, or I want to add a note, or I want to highlight it. I want to highlight it with green, and then, that's an underline. Okay, so there you go. Awesome. Okay, and then that's underlined. Okay. All right, now, the other thing that you can do here is like, I don't really understand that. Okay, I highlighted it, but I don't understand it. But let's go ahead and look at this. Okay, and what's really cool about this textbook, why do I want to do it? There we go. I'm going to go ahead, so I just clicked on the line here, but I'm going to go ahead and have an AI reader summarize this for me. Okay, so it's going to put it in very different words. Okay, and it's going to, try and re-communicate this to you. You can go, okay, I still don't understand it. Let me do explanation number 2. It's going to, right, and so on and so forth. Or I can simplify this. Okay, so there we go. Let's simplify now. Okay, well, maybe I get it now. I'm going to check my understanding though, and it's going to give me a question then, right? So this is some really cool stuff that it's got here, right? So, so please use that AI tool. I can't guarantee you that it's going to be great all the time. I think it's a good tool, though. It's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and exit this. But I wanted to show you that this is just the book. So again, you get to that by just clicking on that, and there's all those features in it. Okay, now, if you were saying, okay, so I read that, or you can just say, that's a great resource, but let me tell you this. Let's come back to this Smart Book assignment. Let's go here. Okay, I'm going to begin this. Okay, or really restart it. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and continue reading. Well, here, look at where we are. So that's right. That is the same page that I was just showing you here. Let's come back a little. Oh, that was 1.5. Okay, there we go. So that was the page that I had made that highlight on. Okay. Okay. So, so this is the same reading. Now, the reason I want to show you that other thing is because we don't have like the AI thing, the AI option or anything like that, or a highlighted tool or anything like that. But you can play this if you want to. Like, okay, I don't want to read it. You go hit play, and then you can go right. You can go faster or slower. Speed controls.
In many cases, the investigation.
Okay, so it'll read through it for you if you're a little bit slower reader, or maybe learn better audibly. Okay, it will do that. Okay, so but you read through this and you're like, okay, I think I'm ready for some questions. I'm going to 2 questions. I'm going to ask me these questions. The level of biological organization studied by cell biologists is, and then I'm going to put in an answer here. And then what it's going to do is it's going to rate your confidence to submit your answer. So like, okay, I'm really confident about this. I'm going to say high. Okay, I'm really not very confident about this. I'm going to say low. Now I'm going to say this. The spelling of this, okay, and not all of these would be spelling questions, okay, but some will be multiple choice, some will be like click and drag kind of thing questions. There's lots of different questions that they have here. Okay, but if you run into like fill in the blank, the spelling does matter. Okay, and so maybe it will say, oh, that was wrong. And it even though you got it right. Okay, so but let's go ahead and see you answer that. Okay, and then you come back here and you want to go back through reading and you want to go to 2 questions. Okay, that's the idea, and you want to get that until finally we get to 2 questions. Here's the same question. All of these concepts have been completed, and there you go. You're done with that assignment. Okay, now let me go ahead and I'm going to exit this assignment. Let me go ahead and do this. I'll come here. Let me go to one that I haven't started. Begin. This is module 2, okay, chapter 2, 47 minutes left in this. Okay, so 29 concepts, start reading. You could even start with questions if you want, okay, but probably start with the reading, okay, will be the idea. Right, so that's the Smart Book assignments. Every single chapter has Smart Book assignments. Some of them are, some modules, every chapter has Smart Book assignments, but then every module has at least one of these, right? So module 2, we're doing chapters 2 and 3 together. Okay, in module 1, we're only doing chapter 1. Okay, so there's some modules where we cover more than one chapter, so some modules where we cover only one chapter. There's no module where we cover 3 different chapters, so, okay, just so you know. Okay, so that's the Smart Book assignments. Now, of course, there are other types of assignments. Okay, so for instance, virtual labs. Okay, so we click on this, you go to a virtual lab. I'm not going to do this because got kind of wonky when I did this the last time, okay, but, well, I'll go ahead and do it. So you'll begin it, okay, and then you'll go ahead and work through this. Now here's what, it didn't get wonky, I just have to go to instructor view, but you want to read through this, okay, and then once you're ready, you go to laboratory simulation, and then you start answering questions, and you keep going through this, okay, and again, you want to complete the entire assignment, okay, so let me go back to instructor view. This is really get a little bit strange for you right now. Okay, there we go, we'll go back to student view. Okay. And then finally, quizzes. Okay, so you want to look at quizzes, begin the quiz. I'm not going to start a quiz, of course, okay, but you can go ahead and hit on this. Okay, it'll take you to the quiz. Now, in the quizzes, you'll have the option for hints. Okay, you'll lose a little bit of points if you if you say, I want a hint on this one. Okay, not many, but you'll lose a little bit. But then there will also be references and ebook. There will be like an ebook link. Okay, so you can actually look at those. You're not going to lose points for looking at the references. You're not going to lose points for looking at the ebook if you're having a hard time answering these questions. Okay, and again, you get 2 opportunities. So current attempt 1 of 2. You get 2 opportunities for this. Okay, with definite due dates on this. Okay, all right. I think. Oh yeah, let's go back to student view. Okay, I think that's it for the textbook. Okay, now an option for you. Okay, is this sharpen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open Sharpen. It's going to open it in a new tab. Okay, and in this is connected to this book. There are videos. Okay, and I'm going to be posting videos in D2L, but this has videos. Okay, that are specific to Chapter 1. It has a quiz bank, so you can test yourself. It has chapter summaries. It has flashcards. And then there's also more features, but you would have to pay for them. Okay, but these are the features that are covered by your tuition and fees. Okay, but then there are more features that if you, like for instance, if I click on this, I can get advanced, sharpen, and then I'd have to pay for these. Okay, but at the very minimum, I get the basic. Okay, and I can start my 5-minute test on this. Okay, or I can do this and start my 10-minute test. I mean, it's a lot, right? Or now I'm going to do it. Okay, and, I mean, this is the entire chapter. It's worth of stuff, and it's going to ask you all sorts of questions. Okay. All right, so, and that will help you. That would be a really great resource for helping you study for the exams when it comes to it, okay? All right, I'm going to make lots of announcements on these things, okay, but I just wanted to show you some of the features of the McGrawHill Connect textbook, okay? If you have questions, please reach out to me, and again, look for those announcements in the class.